Hello. Yes, Travis, this is Higurashi. Um, let's just say I I watched a little bit of the anime, but I don't think I understood 80% of what was going on. So we're gonna see what happens. This is I don't know what to expect. It's been a while since I did start watching it, so I don't really remember that much. So that's not menacing at all. This is fine. Hyper Russian? Alright, I can't do a Russian accent, but I can try. Oh no. Don't play tough, please just enjoy life. Difficulty is extremely high. um, I don't think I like that. Okay. How do I... How do I continue? Oh, it just... Ah! It just takes a little bit of time. Holy crap. I wasn't alive in that year. What is that noise? I was going to be ripped apart anyways. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her? No, I still trust her? Even in this very moment, I trust her? I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It's as if I was trying to convince myself. Such a silly sobbing voice and those tears making a mess of my face. What? The mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Am I dying? Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. And yet, I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. What? What? Why is this pain? My eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe that I hadn't been split apart. What's happening? That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? What have I done? It'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? Yeah? What? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, is it alright to just take the easy way out? No, no! Don't you dare. I'm not throwing it away. Throwing what away? Leaving it behind with her? Like flowers by a grave? What? Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm. What? What's wrong with my arm? Just lift it up? Hold on. With every swing, forget a little more? What am I swinging? What am I swinging at? What? What's happening? Kindness made me happy, the adorable smile brought me joy. I like petting your head. I loved how... Damn it, I missed that last part. Because this will be the last time. So I swing this down, I'll forget. What am I gonna forget? This is my first and last bouquet for you. What does it mean? What have I done? Perhaps I really did love you? What? 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 I haven't even met any of the characters yet. Suddenly someone's dying and I'm the killer. Achievement unlocked, farewell. Hold on. Where's the... Let me turn down the volume a little bit. Yeah. Hold on. Which other things are volumes? Message speed, transparency. Is that better? I think that's probably a little better. Probably. Wonder who she's apologizing for. Felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. Been a while since I last went to the city. I want to return and pretend. Alright, hold on. I'll do this manually. That's probably better now. I'd only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. The skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads, the melodious cacophony of the crosswalk, even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints, there aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, no arcades? How does this guy live? Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely? Nearest town had some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike? Oof. This poor man. Come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. Music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors. It wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. Oh, okay. Lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor? Should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I'm starting to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. How bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now! Has she really done something that can't be fixed? No idea what she's done, and it can't be fixed, all the more reason to forgive her. How much she apologizes, nothing will change. Such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to, why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? Who is she apologizing to? Who is she? All I see is a black screen with words. Keiichi, we're almost there. Travis, don't you dare start apologizing. It's finally roused from my nap from my father's crowding. Oh no. Are we here? The train reached its final stop. We spent hours writing everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It's hard to believe that the landscape beyond the windows of the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. They weren't even from the same era. From there we take a car deeper into the mountains. Is this the mountains? Oh god, these cicadas are gonna get really annoying. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain roads suddenly opened up. This must be the town. This is where I live now. Hinamizawa. Hinamizawa? Showing the title again. Not sure if that's a good thing. Ah, the birds are singing. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Hello, Kit. Although in exchange you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. Neighboring houses were far away on the other side. I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. I finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He's probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I'm so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. Just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that, though. Ha! This poor kid. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. Perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. Seems like she was in a good mood today. That's good. Stop, you've been waking up. Oh, shoot. I need a mom voice. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up early... Oh, this is me. If I don't wake up early, I won't... I'm so bad at this already. If I don't wake up early, I won't have any time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right into the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast, boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each day. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that's what you'd call my rebellious phase. I don't blame rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I'd go back in time, I'd slap myself. Wouldn't we all? Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry! Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Nice! Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. This kid. But, well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't really be considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking in one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Book it, me! Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles! Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! Wait, is that me? Is that her? I think it's me. Is this our first sprite? Shoot, I need a voice! What voice what do we see this girl as? What type of voice shall I give to this specific female anime girl? It's a very interesting question. This was your normal voice? Well, my normal voice is already going to the me character. It's like a normal girl voice. I can try a normal girl voice, but it's not going to be very good. Oh boy. This is going to be a long experience, and it's just going to be me reading this whole time. Alright. Keiichi-kun! Alright, that's as good as I'm going to get. Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She so conscientious and such a good person. If that happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust without looking back. Throws on sunglasses and walks away. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. Alright. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena, no matter how long. Now he's being romantic. Forever. Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. Nice! She's especially weak to this sort of talk. Good to know. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't. I've never read any before. Ooh. In our response, I gathered she was interested in them, but too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Let's buy her one. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they'd been pretty light. They had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine just to be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who picked them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Oh, I'm so mean. Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with their ice. Yeah! Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. Lovely. Truly, it was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Well, I'm getting a call real quick. It's from... it's from Mr. Kettle. He says the main character's probably black. Get it? He's a lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just kept spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. What else is strange? She makes pickles? Michan, good morning! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Crap! Another character! Alright. Green hair, ponytail, seems to be a little bit older. What do we say for this one? We've got a normal voice for Rena. Any thoughts? Anyone in the chat have any suggestions? The Mega Diva? Finally, you two are late. Like that? Like Junko style Diva? Alright, let's do it. Usually you're the one who... Oh shoot, who's saying this? No! I'm gonna say that's me. Usually you're the one who's like, in sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rena, and it's been a while, Kei-chan. Oh, dear lord, what have I done? How many years? I was only off 2 days. Ahahaha, you don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mion's gaze started at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. Okay. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. Okay, that's good. I've grown quite splendidly, you'd be surprised. Not only is he a little bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now is just fine. Oh, what is this really about to happen? How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? No. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Oh, no. How was it, seeing the city again? Yeah, they're pretty, yeah. Okay. Oh shoot, hold on, let me go back to the log. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting of the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral, we didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked you for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral! I didn't have any time to look around in any toy stores. Tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is it about games again, Michan? Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted K-Chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Oh, I sure hope that's me saying that. Well, I guess I have to now. I'm gonna get another game full of hot action. This time I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. There's a game... shoot, who's saying this? How am I supposed to keep track of who's saying what? Oh no! Is there a way to show... Is there a way to just make a text box? Where's the... How do I get it to adventure mode instead of novel mode? There's a game you'd think I'd understand, let me play too. Of course. If K-Chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're gonna be pretty rough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games I don't intend to lose. Whoa! We'll let you in the group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. It doesn't get better? Shouldn't there be like a text box down here for me to look in? And should they only have their mouth open when they're talking? Such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Nice.